What up guys, Justin Morgan here, and in this video I will be talking about some high intensity training. I have been trying out high intensity training for really just a little while now, but when I look back through my training journals over the past 7 or 8 years, I notice a trend of lots of different aspects where I have actually used high intensity training quite a bit before, which is why in doing this and trying out like the Mike Mincer, Dorian Yates style of high intensity training, I thought maybe this would be a good training method. And areas where I've done this before or done something similar to it really started when I first started lifting. So when I first started lifting, the first type of program that I used was a 5x5 program. And now a 5x5 program is not a high intensity training, but it does kind of utilize the same concept that you are getting heavier every week. And then once you finish, or once you've kind of maxed out your progress on doing a 5x5 style program, what they usually recommend that you do is move to the Mad Cow 5x5. And that's what I did, and that would be under the category of a high-intensity training kind of method. And what I would do is I would work up to a heavy set of 5, and then that would be it for the Mad Cow's kind of 5x5 program. You can find that by searching on the internet. That's not what I'm going to recommend you do in this video. I think there's simpler and easier ways to go about that, but that was where I started at. That was the first one that I used, and it did utilize a lot of those same principles of working up to one heavy set, and that was kind of the thing. Now, I didn't exclusively use that because there were other workouts during the week, but it was a 3 time per week program, and it utilized a lot of concepts of high-intensity training. Later on, I would go and use many different types of styles of training and different programs and try different things out. But one that I used was also the Louisiana State University weightlifting program, which is what Kendrick Ferris used which took him to multiple Olympics as a weightlifter. So I used that same program. I didn't exclusively do it for weightlifting, but I still used the same concept. They would have you work up to a max set of 10. So you would kind of guesstimate what weight you would use to get to a max set of 10. You would do that for, I think, 3 or 4 weeks, and then you would go down to sets of 5, and then to sets of 3. You would do sets of 5, max set of 5 for, 3 or 4 weeks, and then you would do max sets of 3 for 3 or 4 weeks. So those were weightlifting, powerlifting programs. I used similar methods during strongman. So the strongman gym that I trained in, I used the same concept of working up to the heaviest weight that you could do and doing that. So that those were like not exactly high intensity training programs like what you would see from Mike Mincer or Dorian Yates, but they utilized the same concept. Here I am. I worked up. This is after several weeks of doing this. I hadn't really deadlifted in a while. I've been doing Romanian deadlifts to get back into it. But I wanted to get back into deadlifting this week, like doing normal deadlifts. So I chose to do 405, and I just was seeing how many reps I could do it for. So I got 7. Actually, I was starting to slow down here, but when I looked at the 7th rep, I actually don't think this was a max. I think I probably could have done a few more, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. So to do a high intensity style training, you should actually kind of work up to as many reps as possible. So that's kind of what you do with the weight. So next time I do this, though, I will increase the weight. I'll probably go up to 425 pounds, and then try to do, in the same rep range, do 6 to 8 reps. That's what most of my lifts are currently at, which I'll go over what I'm currently doing and the schedule of lifting that I'm currently using. I held up my coffee to one of these thermostats to see what the temp would be. It did set off the machine, so I had to turn it off quickly before someone came and tried to fire me. Here is, I did 315 pounds on the squat for 13 reps, so that was pretty good. I felt pretty good about that, but That's more reps than I really want to do, so I'm probably going to increase the weight and say probably quite a bit, actually, to get down into that 6 to 8 rep range. So I'll probably go up to, I don't know, maybe 365 in the next one, and hope to get, I'll do it for as many reps as I can again, and we'll just see how heavy I can get before I get into that rep range. But yeah, so I'm going to switch over now, though, to look at the current training program that I'm following and kind of talk a little bit more about that. So I've shared with you guys kind of where I was at. Probably another one that would definitely be under the category of high intensity training is that I did the squat every day. Like, you squat up to a heavy single. I don't know if I did it every single day, but I was, 3, 4, maybe 5 times a week. I was squatting up to, I think the most that I did was 4 times per week, actually. So I would squat up to a heavy single for that day. So that would be also another type of high intensity training that I have done over the years. So I've done lots of Shako as well, which would be the opposite. It would be more volume training. With the intention to get lots of practice in on the power lifts and specifically. And you actually see some of that in the program that I'm going to show you now. So I'm currently working out 3 times per week, and you can see there's 4 workouts though. So again, I explained this in the last video. It takes me more than 1 week to do all of these workouts. So 1 week. Every week I'll have some mixture of both lower and upper body exercises that I do. And really, I work, I think, about every muscle group in almost every workout. Maybe not exactly, but almost every one. So I did change it up just a little bit from the last thing that I had shown, because I wanted to give a little bit more rest to certain muscle groups for in the range of 4 to 5 days. So workout A, you see workout A and workout C are both lower body focused, whereas workout B and workout D are both upper body focused. But they have different emphasis even within the body and within in the lower and upper body. So workout A emphasizes the quads, but I'm also doing lateral raises for the shoulders, so some accessory movements. Hyperextensions and abs are both core exercises, so hyperextensions working your lower back, glutes, and hamstrings. And then abs, of course. Actually, I need to add one to this. So in workout C here, I actually need to add machine overhead press. Probably right after that, I want to do hamstring curls. Those are, that's an exercise I had forgotten to add to this. So we're going to add that right now so that I have that. And then when I go back and look at this, it can help me to remember what exercise I'm doing. So you see workout A and workout C emphasize different parts of the legs. So workout A, is more quad based. There's more stuff to the front of the body, whereas workout C has more stuff to the back of the lower body. So both lower body workouts and both work both the front and back. So there's some quad emphasis when you do, like in workout C, you can see you're still doing the leg press, you're still doing some work for that front part, but it's mostly other stuff. And then same for workout A, just emphasizing the front, the quads, with some muscle groups in there also working the rear side of the lower body. Workout B and workout D are the opposite, so they are working the upper body, and there is a little bit more well-roundedness within them because each of them have some kind of pressing movement and some kind of upper body pulling movement that's going to work your back. So the presses, incline bench press and the dumbbell press, and then also the workout D, you're doing dumbbell bench press as well as lat pull downs and some of these other things. So, and then I work arms on that day as well. So arms get rest. Everything seems to get rest, and that's kind of some of the idea behind this. And if this is something you'd be interested in doing and you do it, please let me know what kind of results, what kind of progress you see coming from it. So you guys take it easy. If you have any questions or comments, please post them in the comment section below. Remember to like, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in a video coming very soon.